the art that was released was never supposed to be made public, because as we call them, like they kind of they mood concepts. They're not really. I don't know. Actually, do you want to answer the question when we're back on the air, or are we still on the air, or is it just a stream that's down? Or?
We're still
It's
alive.
just a stream that's down, I think.
Okay.
No,
cool.
we're still going. We're going.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So yeah, it's we have a lot of concept artists work for us, etc. And they usually, they always ask for permission, and they did in this case, ask for permission to put those things on the portfolio, because obviously for an artist, like, their portfolio is the most important thing. So the kind of stuff they work on, they wanted to show off. But usually they only release things who have been officially announced by us, either that we're working on the results of those things, and we sort of, choose the one which are okay to be made public, because as we said, a lot of them are mood, and we already saw. The reason at first, my instinct was like, okay, well, it's out there. We might as well just let it be. Now people have seen it. But of course, like, literally within minutes, which is how I found out about it, I started receiving PMs and other messages of saying, oh, I've seen this, but I don't think I don't understand why you're doing this, and you should do this one instead. Or I've done, I wanted to give you ideas about doing those other things instead. And we started getting flooded with sort of comments about those images who, again, for us, are just there for mood, to inspire us about other things. They're very specific tasks. A lot of them never go to are never going to get worked on past this. We choose the one that we can do, like, and it's important for us to be able to keep this kind of things to ourselves. Else, we're never going to move forward. You're going to get everybody sort of chipping in, saying, "Oh, I think this one with that." The even talking about motorbikes, I think this motorbike with the color of this one and with the shape of that one, will be better. And then it's kind of it goes into a point that you're going to just end up disappointing people. That it's easier for people to just see, we know what we're doing. Trust us. We're going to have those images. And then when we're ready, when we know this is the image that we're starting to release, then of course we're going to make them public. It's for anything which is actually coming in the game, it's a lot easier. But it's and there's also like something which annoyed me a little bit is some stuff which I had planned to reveal as to be more of a surprise later, and to get a better reaction out of it, is suddenly out there, and people know, oh, okay, well, they're working on that thing now, so obviously it's going to come later, and it makes it very, very difficult for us, to stay in control and to keep interesting our players, because suddenly they're like, well, I've seen this, like, 6 months ago, give me something new now, and you're like, well, sorry, it took us 6 months, to go from that concept to the actual releasable product. So it's we've always done this in the past. You see, like, even on Twitter and everything, I tend to release now a lot more like pictures that we do. Like, it's the kind of things I want to do, like in the next stream as well. For the new things, I want to start showing pictures of new monsters and stuff like this. So we have it planned. It's just, it's better that we choose what we're showing rather than people going and finding those things which obviously were not meant to be released. So it's kind of origin. I talked to both concept artists who did this, like, where are really good friends as well and everything. So I was like, this should not have been shown, so like, I'll just take it right away. And even with Jean-Baptiste in particular, who's is that concept artist is also actually doing all the comic books. We're very good friends, and I was telling her, could you just remove at least this one and this one, because we know these have already, they're never going to go into production, for example, and we know this is also not coming for, like, some of the stuff are not coming up for a year potentially. So it's like, oh, can you just remove this and this? And it's like, oh, it's just going to be easier. I don't want to set any trouble, so I'll just remove the entire thing for now.
So having seen all of those concept art, I'm now trying to work out which one won't be seen for more than a year.
No.
Of course.
More.
You can't win.
In a recent interview, you met, I can't remember who it was with, sorry, but you mentioned that they asked you if we'd be going to Antarctica or Congo or the moon for next, and you said there was actually somewhere else that we'd be visiting first. Now, have we just... Are you talking about more in the Orochi Tower, or have we completely missed something huge here?
For what again? Sorry, again, I was trying to reply to private messages, and so that again, I'm gonna stop reading the chat.
Yeah, you mentioned in an interview that we'd be going somewhere else first rather than Antarctica, the moon, or even Congo. Are you talking about we're going back into the tower, or have we completely missed a massive clue about what the next area is going to be?
I wouldn't call it a massive clue, but yeah, there's definitely something missing because I haven't seen. There are clues about the next destinations. They are very very subtle, but I haven't seen anyone yet mentioning the next destination. So there's something out there for you guys to discover. But yeah, more. You need to know the game pretty well, I think, to understand what it is. There's.
We're going where the Nephilim are?
The
No, I have absolutely no idea.
Oh no.
We broke Tilty.
Oh no.
No. What?
I didn't think that was possible.
So the clue is in the final cutscene of issue 11.
I'm not saying anything more than this.
You're gonna make me replay
Everyone's
everything
going back
now.
to play that mission over.
Look what you've done.
Well, it wouldn't just be blatantly obvious there. The clues would be, for all we know, the clues could be in Kingsmouth somewhere.
As I say, I've been playing through or playing back through with a couple of new characters, and to be honest, they must be very subtle because I can't pick up on them.
It's the thing with it is like it's a lot more than just those clues. It's an association of things you have to do. Things that you already know about some things, and then some clues were revealed specifically in issue 11 that should give you enough to figure out the next destination. But
is there going to be some sort of a, I don't want to say uprise, but maybe trouble within one of the factions currently in game?
There's definitely some power shifts, at least in with one of the factions. Yes.
Could it be to do with things that aren't in a faction? The Hive, perhaps?
Nope, I'm not saying.
Hit a nerve there.
Dang it, we tried.
Yeah, never mind.
I feel like we're on a really long car ride trying to play 20 questions.
Are we there
Pretty
yet,
much.
Tilty? Are we there yet?
Is it something blue?
Mom, Dash hit me.
What?
I need to tinkle.
I will turn this show around, Xander.
Just going back to art for a second, Tilty. Any plans for another Get Your Art in the Game competition or anything else along those lines?
I'd like to. We're gonna try
We'd
to
like
do
you
these
to
kind
as
of
well.
things. It's always been the problem of having a team right now who's overworked, and the last time we had a lot of fun doing it, but as you saw, it took us like almost 6 months to be able to do everything because trying to take charge of the competition, making it happen, obviously getting the winners, and then the biggest thing of actually making the 3D assets for the art is taking time away from doing everything that we need to do the actual issues. So it's always like we always make some time for it, but it's time is very precious right now. So I want to. We just finished IMTSW right now, so I think we're gonna we're gonna chill a little bit. Finish up. We've done like all the T-shirts. We're doing like I think we're still like doing the jacket for the winner of the cabal,
Twitter,
of the winner of the of the the motorbike jackets. So we're gonna do like little thing this way, like that we can definitely do within our normal work days. And then for the bigger stuff, like get you out in the game, like we'll see until we have like a good cut, saying okay, we have like those couple of weeks we can remain like on artists where we can do this. We probably will wait for the artist to say, okay, I'm going on holiday. You say, well, during your holiday, do this.
Fabulous.
See, I've
That's how
got
we
a
roll.
question. Yeah, talking about art and clothing, let's have a bit of a chat about the Zenith suit. Do you understand why some members of the community, particularly subscribers and long-term players, were a bit upset about how the new costume was handled?
Definitely. We understand it. I mean, it's also it's a difficult question because for us, doing these costumes, it's meant to be an exclusive, like and the point of exclusive items is if you start giving them out to everyone, they lose the fact that they're being exclusive. So we wanted to do it this way. Was it was important, like it was definitely part of like of going up as well with the Steam summer sale. We had everything so planned out for it, and we needed to keep that exclusivity. We of course expected, a lot of players expect, saying, yeah, if I play something, I want everything. There's a lot of a lot of people saying, well, I've done this everything, so I'm entitled to get absolutely everything in the game for anything. And I understand this point of view, and as it's the point, like it's definitely it was beside the point of of making the item. So it's kind of we couldn't stand our chance. We had enough players as well. You have all the issues of when you start doing things like this. We saw like some players were like, well, I'm gonna we released this new version. We made a way, like, sorry, for the Ultimate Edition, we're like, okay, with the Ultimate Edition, if people have everything and haven't buying it again, we're just going to give them like a key of the game they can give to someone else. And what we saw is even from the first day before people started complaining, some people were like, oh, cool, there's a way, I want people to start playing the game. So, and I want to get the outfit, so I'll just buy the game for myself, get the outfit, and give the key to one of my friends. And as soon as this happened, if you start saying, well, by the way, now we're going to give out the costume just in the store, then you're going to have all these people who then supported us before saying, well, you guys change your mind, you can't change your mind, I've already spent all these kind of items. So then you start getting into the whole thing saying, well, now the person who obviously had no problem earlier becomes unhappy, and then because you made in trying to make someone else happy. So it's this kind of things is difficult for us to handle, and sometimes we just have to make a stand. So we said this is exclusive, is just the ultimate clothing. It's important for us as well to do this exclusive item because of course we attract new players, like people that we still want to try and come and check out the game. When they see, well, now I can buy it and look at all this value I'm getting out of it. I'm getting a cool costumes, I'm getting the entire game, and for this price, yeah, okay, finally I'll check it out, like 3 years later. And it's important, but if you do something which doesn't look cool, then those guys might say, actually, well, no, now I'm not going to buy it. But then you don't get the issue of having other people saying, well, I don't want a crappy thing that comes with the Ultimate Edition anyway, so I'm not going to complain. So it's difficult, to try and making something cool that some people will want, some people won't. So we have some plans. We hate seeing people unhappy. We have some other very cool things who are going to be coming up soon. Potentially for veterans, or maybe like other systems of getting like very similar outfits. Like the Zenith score will remain, as I said, for this, but there are going to be some new like just as cool and definitely very competitive outfits is going to be coming up fairly soon. That I'm sure, like everybody who did not get the Zenith will get.
That's a good way to say it. As the Zenith suit, it's a reskin of the Panopticon outfit, and the Panopticon outfit it's still quite a prestigious achievement to get.
It really is. Yeah.
So when you were showing off the Zenith suit the other week when we were having a chat with you, we were wondering what sort of amazing achievement is this going to be? What do we have to do now? And it was fork over an extra $60. Wasn't quite the achievement we were expecting.
Yeah, it's fair enough. For me, I was more like into look at the cool suit. So it's like we have other things, as we say, like we try to keep like the black version of it, which is done for the achievement, was was its own thing. I actually would have thought that just doing a recolor of it for another achievement would have felt a little bit cheap. Like we try to do any kind of a new achievement that we do, we try to do something a little bit more expansive on our end, like some geometry changes at least, or brand new outfit, or anything than just a tint change. And I was surprised by seeing actually the reaction of something which is really that simple, on changing a black to white, or saying people, oh, we absolutely must have it. And it's the kind of thing, is because it's new, like you have this kind of it's almost like, basic psychology, but because it's new, like you have all these people, and because it's this, I mean, in this case, there's a pay gate behind it. So a lot of people go into this mindset saying, I must have it, and once they have it, they're most likely going to worry the day they got it, and then go back to the outfit that suit their character a little bit more. So it's more like kind of it's easier in those ways. If you feel this way, you must have it. Just step out of it, saying, do I really want it? Do I really want to spend $60 for this outfit? Like, when I just want the outfit, I don't want to do it. Like, if you want to support the game and if you want to give the game away, feel free. Always happy with this. But it's just a matter of, do you really want to spend $60 on the outfit? Like, and if the answer is no, it's just like, just walk away for it, and don't stop putting in your head that you must absolutely have it. Well, trust us in the fact that we're going to have plenty of other things you're going to want in the future, things that are way cooler than this, who are going to make you forget about the Zenith Core. But if you're new to the show and haven't bought the Ultimate Edition yet, the Zenith Core is really cool.
Oh yes, I won't disagree that for new players it's a wonderful pack, but there's no plans to make it available elsewhere at the moment.
It won't. I mean, 100% really. I should never say 100%. 99% chance we'll never make it available anywhere else. If we did, it would just be. It would be a lot more rage from people who have purchased it now to say, well, I should have waited, type of things, or why did you do it this way? Like, why did you change your policy around this? It's there's it's too dangerous. So when we go with this, we expected some people to be upset with it, but we're like, we need to make something cool so that people who see it on Steam want to buy the item. It has to be exclusive, and it has to remain exclusive to to keep its in-game value, if you want.
Well,
And
there
that
was
makes sense.
Yeah, there was a couple of us that was very impressed with that Zenith suit, the bust line. Right, Griff?
Well, there is that. I had forgotten that. You win.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm sure we're all gonna look forward to the other stuff you have in store too. I was just looking at this other question we had that I haven't seen asked in a while. This is a question about the faction training rooms, because right now, that's the easiest way to test our DPS. And the question is, can we look forward to test dummies being created that we can test out healing and possibly even holding aggro anytime soon? Though there's some question, we're not sure if the healing ones were implemented since the EPE update.
They've been on the table back and forth, and I'm honestly unsure of what we ended up with them. I think we've had some issues with doing more. Like we have, I mean, always, particularly when I do like high-level designs for new features, I go really wild with those things, and eventually there are some kind of the features that we need to cut down just because it would take too much time, or sometimes are simply unfeasible. And I think sort of that was one of them. Like we wanted to do a lot of things to help people gauge the DPS and HPS and aggro a little bit better. I can try to resurrect it at some point if we get time again, because again, as a player, I definitely see the gains of it. It's just going to depend on the complexity of actually making it happen. Like sometimes even for us, like it's funny to read. Just to give you a day in the life of Tilty, but it's reading the forums. Like I always have like there's a lot of eye rolling sometime when I see something where when people use the word just, usually makes me either laugh or roll my eyes into saying oh, let's do this. All you have to do, or just just change that and then it works. And I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't work this way at all. Like your just thing is, it is like 10 days of work to like for 3 people. There's a lot of things that, you need to understand the tech behind it and really the tools that we used, and something that might be simple to do in some tools might be a lot more difficult in some other ways, particularly when you work on an MMO or something where everything has to be server based, where we're not doing something only on a client. But the funny thing that when that happens is like when it happens to to people like me who knows the tools pretty well and the tech pretty well, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're going to do this simple design and all we have to do is just do this. And then when I say the word just, and I have the whole rest of my team that start rolling their eyes saying nope, it's not quite just. And it's
so you're guilty of it too.
Oh, I'm completely guilty of it, and sometimes all of us, like we talk about in a meeting, we have all the technical plan for it to say, okay, oh, that's going to be simple, we can just reuse this, it's done before, it's just going to be a simple change. And then you start working at it, and then you realize the first bug you encounter makes you dig into a pile of it's like playing Jenga. You have this whole thing saying, "Oh God, no! What have we done?" It's like this is not simple. And now that we've uncovered that bug, we're gonna spend another 2 weeks trying to fix all of his thing that wasn't as stable as we thought it was going to be, for example. So it's
You
it's
take a
always
code from the
dangerous.
bottom and you put it on top. You take a code from the middle and you put it on top. And it wiggles and it wobbles and it makes a bug.
And exactly. So
And then you
it's
forget
it's
a
always
semicolon
it's
and
always
everything
those
goes to
things.
shit.
Oh yeah, well, that's the.
So talking about your debug menu, there was a screenshot that someone took of your recent streaming ones.
Oh
They had a
no.
whole list of developer interviews, and some of them definitely would have given the game the mature rating. So what's going on there?
Oh.
Yes.
What
So
are you
that
hiding
was
from
me
us?
being very, very dumb. I don't know why. I should not have done this. It's because very, very strategically during the streams is we have our lovely faces, lovely. Yeah, you can't see the air quote there, but in front of the chat, because I use obviously comments and stuff like this that I don't want people to see. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play this emote and stuff just to have fun, completely forgetting that if I was not typing the name of the emote by myself, and of course, as you saw, and I made a fool of myself of not remembering even anything close to the name of the emote, it was going to show me the entire list of everything available in the game to developers only. So you have all of his for internal use only emotes that sort of started leaking out, and as soon as I
You're gonna
saw
get
a
some of them
couple
for
of
next
them, I was like, oh
Valentine's
no.
Day? You're gonna get some of them for next Valentine's Day?
These are actually, I mean, to give you an idea of the chance of you getting them, they have been in the game before I even joined the team. They're very, very old, and I don't actually even see. I don't even think they work anymore because they were made for an old version of the human animation rig, and they were made obviously for more of a red light district in London that we had planned for originally, and all of this
Dev
over there
only
was
mature
scrapped out.
emotes.
They were
Someone
very
posted
mature
in the
emotes,
chat.
but
After
they weren't
hours,
meant
Dev
to be for
only
the healers.
mature emotes.
Players.
So is that how you get people to put overtime in? After hour specials?
No, they were meant to be used by NPCs in the red light district originally, and then all of this was scrapped a long time
Amsterdam.
ago.
Can we still get the red light district back? We have the Love Hotel.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, no, it's true. But yeah, as I was saying, like all of these emotes are really don't work anymore. Like they would have to be redone from scratch, and I'm sure our animators would have a lot of fun. The new animators that we have, if I was to resurrect the task of saying, oh, by the way, guys, can you make those emotes? But I need them working on the dungeon right now, so I think you guys will appreciate a lot more the new monster animation than
I
the
have
Red
an
Light
idea.
District.
I have an
RP.
idea for a contest. Instead of get your art in the game contest or something along those lines, let's have every dev make an emote that they want or that is not currently in game, but they think it'd be cool, and then the community votes on them. That'd be cool.
There'd be
Well,
one
then I
where
hope
you-
somebody wants time warp.
And
Yeah.
Scriv would get his hat. And Scriv would get his hat.
I
We
want
would
one
get
where
the
you
hat
like.
where it's taken off, or the eye just extends.
There
No,
should definitely.
they're
There
both
has
in
to
the
be
system
one where you
somewhere.
like wave a bee away or something like that. I
Or
want more
just swallow
more
it.
bees. Oh, you know that would be the scene that you get when you start the game.
I'll do it, and then you lose all your powers. That'd be great.
Oh no!
Oh.
Bee comes back out and suddenly you can't do anything.
Permadeath. That'd be great.
All right, guys. So we're getting close to the end of the show. There's a whole bunch of questions from our Twitch channel. Let's just quickly go through at least couple of them. Katarina 1 would like to know about faction character ranks in the future. Joel has mentioned what he would like to do previously. Anything that you can shed more light on, Tilty, when it comes to ranks? Because right now we have a maximum of rank 13. Do you guys plan on extending that maybe anytime soon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the plans from Joel haven't really changed. It's just a matter of when, really. So it's kind of we never intended rank 13 to be the final rank. You know, you still have a lot to do within your faction. It's just like when the proper time comes, like, you know, you are still, like, you know, one of the most trusted agent now for your faction, and you get the cooler mission. You're the guy that they sent to Tokyo, etc. So we when you have the right time, when we have the right kind of reasons behind it, that we can start unlocking new ranks and getting the new ranking mission, faction ranking missions, we'll definitely look into it. But it's not a priority right now. We have a lot more to say with, you know, a different side of the story before we go back into the faction ranks.
Okay. All right. So Siridi also had a question about possible future ability balancing, at least in the near future, saying elite abilities and cooldown based or passive based area of effect abilities could use a look at. Do you guys plan on revisiting some of the abilities? Or is that like an ongoing thing that you keep on?
If I remember, you were looking to redo a few of the elites for issue 12?
Not for issue 12.
Maybe I'm thinking of a dungeon revamp with the Rising Vigor immunities thing?
Oh yeah. No, this is still in plan 4. I don't exactly know when we're gonna do it, because it's kind of it's a tricky design that we have with all those things. So, and I mean, right now it's kind of you know, as I was saying, like, issue 12 is shaping up, but it's at the same time we have a massive list of things, like, still to be done, and I think what I'm talking about when once we do more reveals. It's very difficult not to talk about it now, but it's I would make some people mad, so I really have to refrain myself. But yeah, it's, you know, again, you know, we very closely look at what's going on in the forums, what you guys are telling us, you know, with any means, and we do everything we can to, you know, to make sure everyone has a good time. So yeah, that particular issue is getting looked at. It's not trivial, sadly. Like, nothing ever is. I can't wait for the day where someone's going to say, "Oh, can you do this?" And it's just literally one button push. I'd be so happy.
That day will never come.
No.
Can you put the number 1 in chat?
Yes.
That you can do.
Actually, that would be like 2 buttons, wouldn't it? No, 3, because you have to enter, then you have to hit 1, and then you have to hit enter again. Sorry, I failed you.
I'll do it anyway. There you go.
There you go.
Washar in the chat would like to know: are there any plans to make Tokyo Sequence have any use for people already at 1.9 Aegis?
Oh my god, that's watch the streaming next Friday.
So
Ah.
at least some of
Friday or
it
next
shall
Friday?
be. It is not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow.
That's correct.
You're
So
doing something with the otters tomorrow, is that right?
I think you
not that
guys
I
have
know of.
no.
I might be
You
thinking
guys,
of the wrong
you
thing
guys
then,
have
sorry.
signed. You and Scriv have signed a poster, correct? That they will be given out on their stream.
Oh, that's what that was. I got very confused one day. I was
Janet in the chat room is looking at you now.
She's like, what?
She's
So apparently-
glaring.
So apparently Tilty
Oh.
is in the habit of signing things and not reading what they are. Is this correct?
Ooh, quick,
It
get the
really-
info.
Maybe
It really
maybe
is.
not.
It's,
Maybe no.
It's unbelievable the amount of time
Yeah.
like where things happen, because I'm always like kind of I want to say on the busy side. So I'm when I'm at my desk, I'm talking to people, or I'm on Skype having conversation with the people, or focusing on things, and then the Cesra like gave me like a fancy pen, and something is like sign here. Okay. And then that was done, and I was
Well,
like,
there we
okay.
go.
And then I went back to and I forgot about it until you mentioned it just now. So now it's like, oh yeah.
Well, just so you know, otters will be, and for the rest of you guys, Jen, if you can post approximate time that your stream will start, or I think Wahuzerman is in the chat as well, so that we can let the community know as well. So they will be giving out a signed poster tomorrow during their live stream, or not tomorrow, on Saturday. Man, I'm bad at this. I saw it on Twitter just before we started the show, so I didn't have a chance to write it down on the show notes.
Yep, go look it
Uh,
up. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun.
Go look at it on Twitter. Look it up on Twitter.
They're starting at 11 a.m. EDT tomorrow. So there we go. And second to last question by Lone Monkey 1980. Can we please have more hairstyles, more variations, extensions, modern and classic styles, in particular an afro hairdo, please?
Yeah, you don't want to be a jive turkey.
I mean, oh my god. I wish I could answer some of those things like with full freedom.
Should we watch the stream on Friday?
Not considering the haircuts, I hope so. I'm trying to get like more haircuts in the game. I can't say when it's gonna happen. I got like, it's one day I'll reveal this. I've been like very excited over the last few weeks, because I feel like I got my developer Christmas present early. We got really lucky with a particular person, which I will name and thank soon. TM. But I can't say I can't say anything more about this. But I'm hoping everything is working to plan. We just got something which we weren't expecting, and if it works out great, we might be able to get some cool things that everybody will benefit from. But it's really like it's in very early stages right now. I don't exactly know where it's gonna go. Fingers crossed, but yeah, we'll see. If everything works out, and this is why I'm saying why it's dangerous teasing sometimes, because if it doesn't work out, now you're all going to be disappointed, saying, "Oh, well, I said we're going to get all this," and if it does, it's going to be great. So I'm excited about it.
our community is mature. We're mature adults. We would never stomp our feet and say, "But you promised."
Now give me my Zenith suit.
Bullshit.
I respectfully disagree, Antina.
Oh, yep.
Okay, you do
Okay.
know that bullshit is gonna be another soundbite.
Yes.
It's gonna be the next dance or the next auxiliary weapon.
Nice.
I think Scriv's best present this entire year, when it comes to the game, was actually that sound, the scream that
Oh,
you
yeah.
made
Oh, I
during the
hear it every
stream.
day.
I bet. That is
Okay.
awesome.
Did we want to do one more quick question that came out of chat? I have a question. Will you guys revisit London theater? I haven't seen any neat set pieces. I thought it would have been nice for a recording feature where the role players can record the plays and we can watch them later from the movie theater. Actually, I'm curious if we're ever going to get Tokyo set pieces too.
It's this one's a difficult one because like the movie theater was definitely like an initiative that we a few designers we did just for fun because we wanted to do something very RP oriented that we thought would be cool. It's in a time like we can't really. There's a lot of things like personally I want to do with the Albion Theatre because I think it's a great feature. Like there could be so much more done with it. The biggest problem we had with it is just by looking at numbers of people using it, it's extremely, extremely, extremely low. And as we talked about last time, it's the same from the business perspective. Like we try to make sure that whenever we work on something, it's going to be something that most people are gonna appreciate. So it takes us a lot of time, just doing the props, even though they look like 2D printed everything, all of them, like they need to be drawn, everything, they need to be cut, they need to be added to the scripts so that they can be used. It's weeks of work to make everything work. I would love to make the better interface, etc. But it's again, doing this, we take its toll instead of something else. And I'm sure that if we were to do a poll with if we could make a poll that we knew every player would actually answer, not just the people on the forums, like all of the customers that we have, which is the forums is a very, very small percent of all the players. And we were telling them, would you rather we work on a new issue is going to have like 2 extra missions or add extra prop to the Albion Theatre, the answer is going to be, of course, going towards the mission. So again, I'll use my never say never because I want to. I think we could do some cool stuff if people by miracle start using it. I was always hoping at first that people would really start doing like plays and really advertising for it and say, oh, let's come on Saturday, we have this whole play planned out and we're going to do, we're going to use all the props and we're going to start, just watch a stream at the same time and we'll do the voices in real time so you can actually look at it and enjoy like voices and the plays. And if this became a thing, it would give us a way of saying, okay, we definitely have people logging in the game, like just to go and watch the play because those people are advertising outside the game. If they're bringing people in, then it would give us, the ways to make it even better, and make it, because I want to do like simple thing, like being able to set up the stage and then, save everything and recall it later so you can do like different acts, if you do these kind of things, and then being able to have, more of an interface, which is not like the hacky interface that we have right now, and make it like more friendly, and then adding more props, etc. If it was like a bit more of a market, it's just to do all this, it would be, and it's going to sound harsh to say those words, but it would be like really like charity work for us because we would have to do it completely on our spare time, and given everything that we already do on our spare time, we're working like everything on our spare time to make sure the issues are made so we don't have any more. Right? I say we don't have any more spare time, we really, really don't. Like, it's really overbooked right now until the end of the year at least.
Is that what happened to? Because when the announcement of the Alban Theater came out, along with that, it was in one of the game director's letters that we would have the ability to broadcast into the game, like audio into the game, and that was something that we were interested in for Beyond the Veil, obviously because we're a podcast, and yeah, we use Twitch on Thursdays during our live recording episodes to interact with the community. But we put out all of our MP3s out to download on Stitcher Satellite Radio and on iTunes. But we were hoping to actually put it into the game. Is that what happened to that feature too? Because it never came to light from that dev blog. I broke Tilty.
Oh. We gotta stop breaking him.
Okay, now I'm kind of
Oh.
worried.
He probably,
sorry.
wasn't pressing.
Yeah, I was
Is my
pressing the wrong
button
push to
working?
talk. Oh, this is bad. You know I'm getting tired when I'm pressing the wrong push to talk. Key.
Don't worry, just a couple more minutes.
No. So yes, I mean it's. I want to say sadly yes. I have been in a lot of meetings that involve the broadcasting feature. We have like a really cool design and a basic implementation designs that are all like fairly difficult to do. We put a little bit of work already in making it happen, but like simple things like the person who was working on it at the time actually has left the company since then, so it's kind of all that part of was sort of left hanging, and then we had new people coming in. That was something that was slightly too difficult for them to start working with, and then we sort of lost our window to do all these kind of things, and then so kind of it's in how do you say
Limbo.
It's in limbo.
Purgatory.
Yeah. Because now we went into again doing that full new roadmap, and then we have on the team of programmers, because all of this is pure programming. Like they're already full in everything that we have to do, and I keep adding stuff to them every day because I always go wild and get inspired by things and say, oh, we need this and we need this and we need this. So sadly, like this has been like pushed really fairly far down the priority list. Funnily enough, I brought it back up, like I think just last week, talking about things, but we're like, oh, we can't really do things right now. So we'll see how things goes. Again, if things works better and we find a way, we might be able to put it back into next year. Like it's important for us. Like we try to make sure now when we do feature, like they have. We release those features like at the best, like getting the best out of them. So like the same we use like the EPE to do like a lot of new features between like the fast traveling and the new map updates, etc. And then with the dungeon we have things like related to all these kind of things coming up, and it's so we just need to find something that we can do within an issue that would be somewhat related to broadcasting, that would give us a reason to bring it back forward.
It sounds like there's a lot of really cool stuff in the pipeline. So the question that's on
So
everyone's lips: can I please have some more inventory space?
Please.
No.
I second that. I second and third that. Motion should be carried.
No,
I have so
I'm-
much
I'm-
stuff.
You give us so much cool stuff, and the thing
I'm-
is, I want to keep everything that I get because I know
I'm not
next
getting rid
year,
of Dracula.
No,
next
you
year
have
there's
like
going to
how
be new
many?
people who won't have certain things.
You
and I
guys
want to be
are
able to give it out to
hoarders.
them.
Hoarders.
Yes,
Oh,
we
mate,
are.
we've only got 750 possible spots, and that is nothing compared to all the cool
Can you
stuff you give
please
us.
enable us,
Tilty.
please?
I got a proposition
I-
for you, Tilty. I got a proposition for you. What we can, if you like, we can actually ask the chat channel. There's 87 people here watching. If they put Y in, would you consider it?
No.
Okay.
Aw.
I got a
I
better
just-
option.
please.
I got a better one. What are Az and Antida willing to do to get more into inventory space?
You're gonna have to if you buy us and maintain and
I bought all the stuff that you guys would allow me
no,
to.
but if you buy us maintain and pay the up cost of a new database, I'll consider it.
All right,
Oh my
guys.
god.
Chat
We have
I think
goals.
my Twitch channel just completely broke.
We've started something.
I'll apologize to you, Tilty. I'll apologize to you right now. I made that suggestion, just for shits and giggles, and our chat channel just completely exploded with everyone putting Y. Random person puts waffles.
I'm
Sausages too.
I'm
if
gonna
we
I
can
mean,
have it.
I'm gonna just go and have a look at other MMOs and see the inventory space that
No,
you
no, no,
that
no,
you
no, no,
have.
no. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
Oh, I
thing.
You
should.
shouldn't do
I
that.
should.
This
When
is
we release the
DSW.
game,
We don't look at others.
no, but
I
when
am
we
just
release the game, like just to we were like really, we released I think we were 600 or 650 spots, I think, or we're like, okay, we're gonna just release everything that we plan to give out in the future rather than having some kind of progression, because people are never going to ask for more space. Like, it's so much more than there is in any other games. We don't really have that many trash items. Like, all of the clothing items are already handled in a separate way. Since then we decided to make like the bikes and the pets like in a different window. Like, all of this, like, you guys don't realize, like, all of this is obviously kept by us. Like, it's a lot of data that we have to save on all the characters, and all of this is kind of working with the database side. We're like, we'll never go past like 600 when we first released, I think, and we were like, okay, we're gonna sell a few more with the store because we can get to, I think, 750. And we were surprised that first of all people were buying it, because like, how many, like, how much things
Have you never
keeping
played
on
an
your
RPG
inventory?
before?
Okay,
Well,
just
we
to
have stuff.
point out, there's actually a question in the Delirious Raven, who asked, "Are we supposed to keep the third core capacitor?" You see, it's this kind of thing. It's like, well, it looks good. It looks
I'm
like it could
convinced I'm
come
gonna
in
need
useful one day.
everything.
well, Dash, I am so glad to know I'm not the only one who refuses to throw away Dracula. I'm
I'm
glad
keeping
that's not just
Dracula
me.
in my inventory until this game disappears.
I will
mean,
feel guilty
in, like,
if I
40
throw
years.
away his soul.
I have
would
so
feel
many
bad.
severed
No.
feet, and
Dracula.
I
severed
know.
hand.
Well, I mean,
The
Asian
silver
Spice
egg.
has a Foot Locker now.
And on the whole third core capacitor thing.
Believe, that's all, folks.
Well, I can speak properly.
That's amazing.
That it didn't really help the fact that it was coloured, what is essentially a legendary colour. So when something like that turns up in your inventory, you're like,
No, the
oh my god.
core
You
capacitor
wanna
is
keep it.
important. Like, that's the one thing you want to keep, but you still have 749 slots to use.
Still not enough.
That's not enough.
You have
Especially when they're
all
being
the,
filled up
all
with
the
blood
layer
flares.
pieces. Can we then at least have like a layer inventory and weapons inventory that is separate from our main inventory?
Do you know
Man,
how much
that's-
augment crap I have in here? Just like the little bits and
Can we
pieces.
get like a flares inventory?
Hey,
That's
now,
called Tomium's email.
Wow.
but no, now they apparently now they do stack. Just like something else that stacks. I saw it in not the show notes, but the update notes, and I can't for the life of me figure out what it is now. I will look it up.
No, but it's like making of inventories, like, for the pets and everything, like we did again. I mean, for us, it's the inventory no matter what. Like, it's the same, it takes the same amount of space, so we can't really keep adding to them. Like, we know people have been asking for layers the entire time. It's kind of like in the layer PCs, like, it's, we looked at it, there's a lot of people really, I mean, and I do myself on my life character, where I know how you feel, because my life character's inventory is full, so of course I know exactly how you feel, but I know I'm hoarding a lot of things. I know there's a lot of things in there which I could either use, sell, or I'm just keeping it because, for the sake of keeping it. But it's just this mentality of hoarding, which people do in, you mentioned RPGs, and that's what people do, yes, in a lot of RPGs. And the problem is, like, if we were to give out more space, and if we were to double the space we have right now, you would come in 2 months later saying, okay, it's all filled up now, we need more space.
I am okay with that. Not a problem.
the bills we would get from the extra servers we need would probably make me very unhappy about it. So it's
That's
I mean
okay.
it's the reality of it behind it. Like it makes it harder. Like the more people hold, like the more we have to save, the more data um uh, we have to keep, and it's yeah, it's
You can always make things easier to craft. Less resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us craft
How many of those
rainbows.
augments do I have in
We
my
can
inventory
craft
right now?
fireworks. Let us craft rainbows. So we
Oh.
can collect more more
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. I think it's,
Yeah,
what
I
you
need
need for a
I need a rainbow
rainbow.
inventory.
What you need for a rainbow is a stack of 144 sacred dust, and then add a pure widget rune, and then throw in some pure metal. And don't forget, you want some pure fire, at least a stack of 150. Put that all together into your hookah that you just got now for this. And then, just for that magic touch, put in the strange mushroom.
Yeah,
There
you'll
we
be seeing
go.
fireworks. Yeah,
I'm gonna combine
it's
my
okay.
smolder
It's
roll
okay,
with the
Tilty. From
hookah.
now on, I have made a vow to myself. I will start playing the lottery, and half of my winnings will go to you guys, and I'll be the silent partner. I won't require any. You don't have to tell me anything. You just have to give me more inventory
Okay.
space.
Okay,
So
that's the
basically,
deal.
it's the same
I'll shake
relationship
on
as
it.
right now.
I keep on saying I'm gonna play the lottery because anyone can use the money, right? I never do. I will try my best.
Had $1 million.
Yeah. So, okay, on those notes, I think we have come to the end of the show. There's plenty more questions from our community in Twitch channel and in game that we've been PM'd, and we could sit here for at least another 2 hours
And I still
comfortably.
didn't get the motorcycle.
I'm sorry. I
Sorry.
fired off.
You still have a couple of weeks to get it.
I fired off like six bags. Here's the last one. There. And I still got the lava lamp.
Yeah, I got the tab.
No.
If it helps, I don't have the bike either. It'll be okay.
I did
Neither do
get
I.
my trippy wisp. I got it. Me happy.
Me too.
Oh, very nice.
Actually, Griff gave me the trippy wisp.
I gave
Oh,
it to myself.
cool. I am so glad.
All right. So hopefully everyone who was a part of the live show today enjoyed themselves, and those people who will be downloading our podcast in the near future and far future alike will enjoy what was discussed. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email. Blacklace will tell you all the details at the end. Tilty, once more, big heartfelt congratulations on reaching the 3rd anniversary of the game.
Yay, thank you very much.
Yeah, hopefully there's going to be many more to come. The game is doing really well. We see new people in the game, and Agartha is always full when I go in, and hopefully that will generate even more interest because they will be spreading the word. Our community is known for that. We're very passionate about the game. So everyone, hope you guys enjoy the 3rd anniversary event. As you've heard from Tilty, there's going to be lots and lots of cool stuff coming in the next few issues, and they're knowing that their work for the 3 years of the game, it's going to be awesome.
Yay! Thanks for listening to me. Sorry for the long monologues, but by now you should be used to my. I'm French. I don't shut up. That's who I am.
That's okay. We talk a lot too.
Yes, enough. I got out.
Yeah.
It's a European thing, I think.
Yeah. I was about to say.
No, it was fun to be on the show. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the anniversary. I'm sorry we couldn't get through all the questions. A lot of the things will be answered soon. I really invite everybody to watch the next streaming ones. As I mentioned last time, it's going to be a slightly different I want to try like a new format. So we're going to keep the streaming ones that we've done in the past. So with um, Josh and myself just talking about the existing game. But what we're going to try to do is before the release of issues, we're going to start talking, doing one streaming event who's going to be in particular about this issue. We're going to talk about it. We're going to start showing, you were talking about new art and everything. We're going to start showing like new concepts, everything about it, and talk more in depth. I think it's like, it feels like a better, how do you say, a better format
Approach.
than
Yeah.
doing the letters we were doing before. Like, it's friendlier. Like we can actually, we have it's, yeah, I think we can show more as well. So I think that'll be interesting, and a lot of the questions that came through to now will actually be answered then.
Awesome.
And yeah, and then we'll be ready for issue 12, etc. Well, thank you very much for having me,
Yay!
guys. And everything else which is answered this time or the next time, we'll do it the next time we sit down together.
Awesome.
No
So
worries,
the
looking forward to it.
next streaming ones are slated for Friday, 10th of July. Stay tuned to funcom_TSW on Twitter. You will be, or at Raman Amiel. Also on Twitter. And these guys will bring you the exact time. I'm not sure if it's going to be 3 or you guys are going to change it slightly to adjust to your schedule as well. But in any case,
I think three is going to be the most common time for it. Like we changed it from 2 till 3 just because we had a few people, like particularly on the West Coast, like it was a little bit too early for them. So now it's kind of a lunchtime, so it works a little bit better. So yeah,
Cool.
I think we'll try. I want to try and be as regular as possible, so people can remember it, like every 2 weeks. 3 on
Nice.
Friday. Come and watch me fail on stream.
Or scream.
And then Josh doing stupid noises, which have nothing to do with me. Nothing at all.
All right, and on part of Beyond the Veil, just to let you guys know that we are going to be organizing a poetry jam. More details, and not only the poetry jam, but also we'll be doing, just like we did last year, the Gatekeeper Awards. All that will be coming up, so do check out wholesweetmedia.com for more info, and do check out our Twitter. The handle is at Beyond TSW. We will be announcing more details. Poetry Jam is something that Beyond the Veil has done about 2.5 years ago, and we want it to return. We'll be announcing, everything is going to be happening in the last couple of weeks of July. For the Poetry Jam, just to give you a bit of information, there will be 2 ways to enter. What you will be required to do is create a poem. Every poem should be ideally your own work. You can come on the show and read it live, or you can send it to us in an audio format. All entries, regardless of how submitted, should not be more than 3 minutes long. So just to kind of give you a heads up, that you can already start thinking about that. Like I said, tentative schedule for Poetry Jam and Gatekeeper Awards are the last couple of weeks in July. And we'll very much look forward to seeing the creative juices flowing in our community, because I know it's going to be awesome. So yeah, on that note, thank you very much for everyone on Twitch. Thank you to everyone in game. Thank you to Tilty, and thank you to the entire development team for bringing us this awesome MMO. Happy 3rd year anniversary, The Secret World. We love you guys, absolutely every single one of you. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Thank you to the Scooby Gang too.
Yeah.
yes.
Yay.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
I love you, Raggy. Why,
Zoinks.
Scoob? You should totally hit the outro button, Scoob. I love you, Raggy. Sure.
Oh, and don't forget to watch the Otter Down stream tomorrow.
That's right. 11
More cool
a.m.
stuff.
EDT.
Why,
Take
Scooby
care.
Doo? Where